All right, everybody. We're going to try this a second time. Hopefully you can hear my microphone and everybody, you can hear the sound of my voice. I am coming on for my nightly edition of Career After Dark. That's what I jokingly call it. But at any rate, I hope you guys had a great day and that you're winding down and getting ready for tomorrow. I wanted to pop on. I'm actually trying to do a simultaneous broadcast to my group and to my business Facebook page, or maybe it's my personal, who knows, and then Instagram at the same time. So if you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. So type a 1 in the comment box if you can hear me so that I know I am being heard. I don't want to be talking and you guys can't hear me. So let me know if you can hear me. Type a 1 in the comment box if you can hear me, please, so that I know that you can hear me, okay? So I'm going to be talking about deadlines, the good, the bad, and the ugly tonight. And I'm not going to be long. I know it's late. I just wanted to, I wanted to try the simultaneous broadcasting first and foremost, but then to share with you this information. So I'm not going to delay. I am Vashana Weatherspoon, career strategist and excellence accelerator, helping women who feel frustrated in their careers to emerge from stuck and surge to their next level of success. I'm also the host of the Know Your Worth Career podcast, which is centered around helping women to maneuver some of the unique situations that we experience in the workplace when it comes to pay, when it comes to promotion, when it comes to having advancement opportunities, and when it comes to doing work that we enjoy, that brings us fulfillment and satisfaction. Okay? And my newest addition to all of that is that I am the leader of the Straight Talk Women, Careers, and Money community, where we are growing a tribe of professional, career-minded women who are looking to advance to their next level, and they want to have that network of support, a support network, accountability, where we can learn and share and grow together. Okay, so I want to invite you guys to like and share this video, this live stream actually, before I jump into the real content of the night, which is deadlines, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we've all had a deadline that we needed to meet at work at one point or the other. Some of us have more than others. Maybe you got assigned a big project, or something that required you to plan over more than a day or two. It wasn't like a quick turnaround. You actually had time to plan for it, and you want to make sure you do a good job because everybody's watching. Everybody's depending on you to carry the ball, to make things happen, to do it in a timely manner. And the last thing you want to do when you're in a situation like that is to, as I say, fumble the ball, to use the football terminology. So I'm going to give you some tips to make sure that when you have these kind of situations to arise, that you actually do a great job and that you don't damage your reputation. That's the most important thing. We want to make sure that you come out shining like a star. The star that you are. That's kind of corny, isn't it? Anyway. So the first thing that you can do and that you should do is to prepare in advance. Find out what's entailed in the project that's been assigned to you, the assignments that you are being expected to carry out and to see through to completion, and create a timeline. And you just map out your timeline based upon when your project is due and considering all of the things that have to be done. Build in some extra time so that you can account for any unexpected delays or unanticipated events. Maybe you could get sick, your children could get sick, you might have a death in the family, it might be some other emergency. There's a whole bunch of things, not all of them personal. There could be some things going on at work as well, but there's all kinds of things that could happen. So you want to make sure that you're planning out your timeline for getting your project completed. The second thing you want to do is break the project down into segments. And if you are familiar with chunking, it's taking similar groups of things or activities and chunking them together, and you work on them in segments. So you do these set of things first, this set of things second, and so on and so forth. But it's a way of helping to organize your work and make sure that you're getting everything done and creating a system for completing it. The third thing that you need to do is to prioritize your workload. So determine what work products are due. Get your boss to weigh in on what's most important. If that's something that you need to do, especially if you have some conflicts for your time or two things that are due right around the same time, make sure you understand which one is the priority so that you can focus your efforts and attention on that one and make sure that you get that done first. The next thing that you should consider is to, now that you know what your workload is and the importance or the priority in it, then plan your time. Block off time in your calendar, on your work calendar, in your planner that you keep on your desk, on your phone, whatever, all of them if it takes that, so that everybody knows between these hours you are not to be disturbed because you are going to be working on your project. Don't answer phone calls. Don't return emails after your 2-hour block of time, which is probably about right, an hour and a half, 2 hours at the max, because you want to make sure that the time that you have is time that you can actually focus, and we really don't focus well after a certain amount of time usually. So block off short blocks of time, and whoever's calling can wait until you finish. And then go back afterwards and make sure you follow up on those things. But you want to have some time where you can really sit down and concentrate. If you get a chance to work from home or work in a remote location, that's all the better, because you don't have all the people coming to your door. If you're anything like me, every 5 minutes somebody's knocking on your door. So you don't have all of those distractions that happen in the office with the phone, with the email, with the people. And you can really focus on getting your work done. We have this really cool space at my job. It's the library is what they call it, but it's just it really looks like you're in a hotel lobby or something. And you can go and you can work and you can stretch out and have meetings and that kind of stuff. So that kind of a space is really good for being able to do work that requires concentration. Or if you need to be in a meeting setting with people, then you can go someplace like that and really be able to focus. The next thing is you want to make sure that you are being consistent in working toward the completion of your project. So you're going to work on those assigned tasks every day to ensure that by the time your deadline rolls around, you have consistently made progress, and you can feel assured that you're going to meet that deadline because you've been working on it a little bit every day. The next thing is to provide that's what my mind wants to say, but to provide frequent updates to your boss so that they know how things are going, if they're going well, if they're not going well, if you're stuck on something, if you need something. And so that when people are asking them about this, because remember, this is a project that's important to your group, to your organization, you want to enable your boss to be able to answer questions that come up, so that they don't have to come running around and asking you each and every time. You guys can even set up weekly meetings or daily meetings. A daily might be a bit much, but I don't know. It depends on what it is. But set up some kind of frequent contact so that you can keep your boss updated about what's going on. And this next one is so important, because I know a lot of people, and especially depending on your personality, you might be inclined or not inclined in this case to want to have people to help you, to let other people help you to finish your work, or to have your work reassigned. Some people, that's like the worst thing in the world, for a boss to take their work and give it to somebody else because they're not able to complete it on time. But it's much better to ask for help and do it in advance than to drop the ball or to fumble the ball, as I was alluding to earlier. If you discover that you're not going to be able to make your deadline, don't sit around wishing and hoping and, with this imaginary idea that you're actually going to get it done. Let your supervisor know the situation, what is taking place, whatever the situation is that's causing you to be delayed or hindered in any fashion. Let your supervisor know in advance so that they can have an opportunity to either assign you some help, take some things off of your plate, or to give the project to somebody who can actually get it completed. Because at the end of the day, what they care about is that the work gets done and it gets done timely, especially if it's a high priority project. You don't want to have yourself looking bad, your boss looking bad, your team looking bad, your center, whatever the structure is in your job. You want to make sure that your job as an employee is to make sure that your boss looks good. And your boss's job is to make sure that their boss looks good. So, like it or not, that's really what it boils down to. You want to make sure you're looking good, and so that everybody else around you looks good and looks competent. And so don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of being aware, self-aware of what your limitations are. And whether it's limitations because of you personally or because of factors outside of you, which is usually the case, it doesn't matter. We just want to make sure that you are producing and that you keep your reputation is so important. Your reputation at work is so important. It follows you everywhere you go. So, you want to protect that. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is to ask for an extension if you need it. And if you need it, do it in advance. Don't wait until the last day to determine that you need an extension, because you sometimes people won't be inclined to give it to you, because they'll think you've sat around and you blundered and wasted time, and now all of a sudden you want to come and ask for an extension. So if you need to, after you've gone through all of these other things and you just have to have some extra time, do it in advance. And don't wait until the last minute, so that you can increase your chances of actually getting approval, and you don't upset people, and then the people who you're supposed to be submitting to will have time to kind of grease the wheels to let people know what's going on and why and what they can expect. So those are the tips that I had for you tonight on this particular topic about deadlines. And I know in a lot of your career fields, this is something that is hugely important. I know it is something that's really important in mine. So I wanted to share those things with you. And before I leave, I want to, for those of you who are viewing outside of Straight Talk, Women, Careers, and Money, I want to invite you to check out our group. If you are a career woman who is looking for a way to expand your professional network and to live your life without regrets, really. It's really about living without regrets, being able to go after your dreams, having the support, the accountability, the know-how to be able to advance your career so that you can have that paycheck that you want, you can have that promotional opportunity that you want, and you can have that career and job fulfillment that we all desire. The group is Straight Talk, Women, Careers, and Money. And the purpose of this group is to help support experienced career professional women in their quest for better opportunities, as I was just saying, to have happiness, to have fulfillment in their 9-to-5 careers. Our goal is to help women who are looking to take their careers to their next level by providing the support, the education, the networking, the accountability, all of those good things that we need to be able to achieve our goals. So for more information, go to bit.ly/straight talk with Vashana, and that's bit.ly/straight talk with Vashana. That's all I have for you guys tonight. I will be back again tomorrow, hopefully much earlier, so that you won't be in bed when I decide to go live. But I hope that you've gotten some tips from this video that you can actually go and apply at your job as soon as tomorrow, or the next time that you have a big project that's assigned to you. Remember to like and share this broadcast so that individuals who need this can actually be a part of this community. And I hope you have a good night. All right, bye-bye.